Hello students, welcome to Unacademy. We are live with yet another session. This is our channel for KCET. Just give me a few seconds to make sure we are live and we are streaming, and if there's any discrepancies. Okay, usually there's a time lag, so it'll take a little bit of a time. Yes, making sure that we are live. Yeah, looks good. I think we sound good as well, so I can start off the session. Okay. Welcome to the session. This is me, your educator, Nivedita. We are live on our YouTube channel, that is Unacademy's YouTube channel for KCET, that is Karnataka CET. Okay, so you might, if you're a new viewer, you would know that you wouldn't know. Okay, we have special classes as well as um, plus classes. So my regular classes are on our Unacademy platform. So you will get to see my classes on the app or on your laptop if you go to our unacademy.com. Okay, so if you go there, you will find us. Now, my usual classes, like I said, we have two different variants of classes: special class as well as plus class. So plus is the subscribed version, special classes are free. Okay, so generally every day at least one plus or one special class I do try to put up, and today we have two special classes from me. Okay, at 4 and at 5:30. So these are free sessions to do make sure you're there. Okay, so all the links that you need for watching a session on an academy are provided below. Okay, so if you like my sessions particularly and you would like to watch more of my sessions, you can go to my profile. Okay, my profile, sorry, one second. Okay, so you can go to my profile. My profile is Nivedita Nityanand. This is my profile itself. Okay, if you type my name, you will get it. Don't forget to go there and follow. Okay, if you click on follow, every time I am live, it will tell you. It will give you a notification saying that Nivedita is live. Again, if you have any doubts, you can click on the message icon and message my profile there. You can message it, and I can clear your doubts as well. Okay. Uh, yeah, so the topic for today is ABO blood groups. Before I go ahead on that, I will quickly tell you a little bit about plus. Okay, so the link for my profile and the link for subscription, everything is there at the description box that is provided down. Okay, so at an academy plus we have something called as the batches. Okay, so I take up for the comprehensive batch that we have. Okay, you will find me taking up biology. So for PCB and PCMB I take up there, and complete syllabus is covered. Tips and tricks are given by us four. Okay, the topmost educators. We have topic wise practice questions and full length mocks. So if you subscribe, there's a trial offer of 2,250, and don't forget to enroll in the batch. Now this is important because you need to click on enroll. Only then it will tell you whenever I am live or any four of us are live. Okay, so that is at no extra cost. Fine. So my code is written here, that is Nivedita Live. Now, um, just before I go to the topic, I'll tell you what plus is. So I already told you we have something called as the comprehensive batch. So plus is the subscribed version where we give you premium content at an affordable price. Okay. So 2,250 is our new subscribers trial offer. However, I usually tell my students to watch special classes which are free. Okay, special classes which are free. You watch those sessions and then you can decide on going for plus. Okay, you can go for 12 months, 3 months, 6 months, depending on whichever is more suitable for you. Okay, so we have 1,688 and 1,031, which will be the monthly price. So 2,250 may seem a little costly, but these are quite cheap, right? And the base, your total price is 10,012K. Now what you can do is you can pay it through EMIs. Okay, more about this I will tell you during my special classes. Okay, so my code is Nivedita Live. Okay, so what do we have special at plus classes? I keep checking the top chat, live chat. So if you have anything to say, I will respond to it, maybe with a little bit of a time lag. Okay, So yeah, so what do we have here? We have structured live classes. Okay, so what we have right now, we'll have a session on ABO blood groups. It's more like a sneak peek. It is like a short, crisp session, but a more in-depth session you'll find it special, and even more in-depth you'll find it plus classes. Okay, dedicated live doubt clearing session. This is a very nice feature of plus, where your the simplest doubt to the most complex doubts are cleared by us. Okay, quizzes depends on the educator. They keep quizzes at regular intervals. Batches are there. There are many kinds of batches. My batch is comprehensive batch. Okay, so we have daily practice problems, full length mocks, single subscription, unlimited access. Now, single subscription, unlimited access, by this I mean you will not be paying for just one subject. So it is PCMB. So for all the subjects, one time payment. Okay, you can pay it through EMI, you can pay it monthly basis, your wish. Again, it is not just one educators, all the educators who are available. So for biology only, there are so many educators. So you can not just watch my class, you can watch every one of their classes. Okay, so that is the plus point of having plus subscription. So here we have my code put up, that is Nivedita Live. Why we keep telling about our codes is because when you put the code, it will show you all the discounts. Okay, so you can see 750 per month, 1031 per month, 1600, 1800, and 2250. So you can see these are all the different discounts that have been put up. Okay, so if you put up a code, it will show you all these discounts. Additional 10% discount is also given for putting an educator's code, and my code is Nivedita Live. Okay, so let us start off with today's topic. So we will be dealing with ABO blood groups. I do not know what you know about it. Obviously, you all must either maybe a few students, first few or second few students, depending on how much you have covered in or you have studied about it. Your knowledge level would be different. But I'm going to give you a general information here. Okay. So this part is concept coverage. After this, I have a few MCQs also. So do stay up till the end. Watch the MCQs, answer them at the live chat. That would be great. Okay. Yes. So we are talking about ABO blood group. So you must have heard or you must know your own blood group, right? So your blood group may be A positive or B positive or AB positive or O negative or anything of that sort. Now under that A or the B blood, AB blood or O, okay, they all come under this group that is called as ABO blood group. Together we are going to name them as ABO blood group. Now, we also have the positive and the negative. Do you remember I told you A positive, O positive, like that. So the AB positive and all are there, right? Now, those positive and negative actually are RH blood groups. Okay, RH positive, RH negative is actually RH blood group. So we are not going to deal with that today. We will deal specifically with ABO blood group. The genetics part, the what to say, immunity part, those two parts will deal with. About everything about ABO, whatever is there for your syllabus, I'm going to deal with today. Okay. Yes. Nityanand, hi to you too. Welcome to the session. Shailishri, very good morning to you too, dear. Okay. Yes. So let me go ahead with the concept. Now, um, how do we divide these blood groups as A, as B, AB, and O? Okay, that's the first question that comes into mind. Now here, I will just tell you here. I've told it in one of my previous sessions. However, every cell, okay, every cell in your body, at the surface of the cell, there is usually some kind of structure which can be either proteinaceous or they can be made up of polysaccharides or some kind of sugar molecules. So I'm actually drawing different kinds of receptor like structures. These are not actually receptors. We call them as antigens. Okay, we call them as antigens. Yes, Neha, welcome to the session. Good morning to you too. Okay, we call them as antigens. Now, what are antigens actually? Okay, when we say about antigens, first thing that usually comes into your mind is immune response and something that is negative, not necessarily. Every cell of every organism has specific antigens. So that is why that is required so that that cell can be identified. Okay, that particular cell should be identified. Now, our body should be able to identify all the antigens present in every cell so that when an external antigen comes, we can attack it. So every antigen is like a beacon. It is like a identifier molecule. Okay. So here these are antigens. Now even red blood cells have either they are proteinaceous or they are what to say, sugar molecule. So here it is a sugar molecule. In case of RBCs, specifically group A, that is blood group A, is called as blood group A because they have these specific antigens on them, which is called as antigen A. Okay, which is called as antigen A. Similarly, blood group B, the RBCs in such people, their RBCs have that is their red blood cells have another kind of antigen, which is specifically antigen B. Okay. Similarly, people with AB, what does that mean? Obviously, they would have both of them. That is why they are called as AB blood group, because they have the presence of antigen A as well as antigen B. And finally, O blood group, actually it was supposed to be 0, but because of writing 0 and O, there's a little bit of confusion when you see it. So now it has become O permanently. Okay, so you can see that there are no antigens on them, so therefore no antigen on um, O blood group. So therefore, if there is antigen A present on any person's red blood cells, that person's blood group is an A. If a person's blood group has antigen B, that person's is B. Similarly, A and B both is there, that person's blood group is AB. And if there are no antigens at all, that person's blood group is O. Okay, so this is how we generally classify them. Okay, this is a general classification. Now, obviously behind this there should be some genetics, right? So we'll go to that part. We'll talk to you a little bit about genetics. Immunity part I'll put it in the latter part of the session. So I want to tell you more about the genetics part first. So if you see here, you know that I'm hoping that you know that all proteins or sugar molecules, everything in your body is coded by genes, right? Now, every gene usually has a particular name or a numbering or something of that sort. Now, in this case, imagine this gene is called as I. Okay, gene that codes for these antigens are called as I. Okay, okay. Now, in this case, have you heard of the term alleles? Okay, alleles are usually wherever there are two different variants of one particular gene is called as allele. For example, if you're talking about the gene for height, if you're talking about the gene for height, tallness is one gene, tallness is one allele, dwarfness is another allele. So you can see they're contrasting pairs, right? One is tall, one is dwarf. But the gene is the same. What is the gene? Height. Okay, so I hope you got that part of the concept. So similarly here also we have the gene is I, but based on that, if you have uh, IA, that is coding for antigen A. If you have IB, that is coding for antigen B. If you have small letter I, which is actually, we call them as recessive, okay, recessive. So that would be not coding for any kind of antigen, okay. So here concept of dominance and that I will tell you. Usually in a feature, in a particular feature, if you see, one particular part of the allele is dominant over the other one. Generally, okay, one is dominant over the other. So in case here IA, see, I've written it in capital. IB, I've written in capital. So that clearly indicates it is dominant. Okay. Whereas the O, for the blood group O, I've written a small I. That means that is a recessive kind. So if IA is there and I small I is there, IA will be dominant over that. Okay. So that that concept comes of dominance in this picture. So that is a genetics concept. Okay, more on that probably I'll put up a session on monohybrid, dihybrid cause, dominance, incomplete dominance probably. If you are interested, please do tell me in the comment section. Okay. Yes. So here if you have seen, I have put the concept, I've written it as multiple alleles. Now multiple alleles means, I told you in gene usually for height, I told you either it will be tall or dwarf, two extremes, right? But here if you see, there are more than two alleles. So you can see IA is one allele, IB is another allele, and this one is another allele. So there are three of them. Okay, in some case much more will be there, but here there are only three of them. So that is more than two still. So therefore, it is called as multiple alleles. The concept is called as multiple alleles. Okay. Now, if you see, now each allele comes from one parent. Okay. So if this is your mom, this is your dad, okay, your biological mother and your biological father, and then a genotype and offspring we can see. So if the mother's allele is capital IA and the father's allele is also IA, therefore fuse the two, IA and IA, therefore the blood both are A, right? So therefore the blood group of that child will be A. Similarly, the mother's is same, the father's however is the small I. So what does that mean? If you fuse them, this one is recessive, but this is dominant, right? So therefore that will be the main guy, and therefore the blood group will still be A. Now see B, okay? So here mother has B and the father has IB. Now both are the same, dominant, two dominant you can see, therefore it is blood group B. And now if you see the same situation here, IB and the recessive group over here. So therefore what will happen? This will become dominant over this one, and therefore it will still be blood group B. Okay. Now, if you see, if both of them have recessive kind, okay, both of them have a recessive kind, so therefore no antigen will be produced. Okay, no antigen will be produced, therefore it is O blood group. In the prior conditions, because A was dominant or B was dominant, antigen A and antigen B was produced. Okay, now these are concepts. This is general dominance, one dominating over the other. When two recessive are there, there's nothing to dominate, therefore the recessive group only is shown. Now in some cases, here there is the concept of codominance. Okay, concept of codominance, that is very rampant here. Now if you see, when IA is there, it is dominant, right? I told you this is dominant. Now IB is also dominant. Okay, both of these are dominant over small I. But now if they are together, what should happen? They show a different concept where they are both at equal. Okay, they are co-dominants. Okay, they are both equal. Therefore, IA will code for antigen A, IB will code for antigen B. Therefore, both antigen A and antigen B are present on the same RBC cells. So, therefore, AB type of antigen you get. Okay, similarly here also, if the mother is IB and the father is IA, both of them are dominant. Therefore, it is AB blood group. Both antigen A as well as antigen B is there. Therefore, you can see that it is a dominant, co-dominant stature. Okay, so I hope you got that part. Okay, so this is the same thing. Imagine if the mother has blood group A and the father has blood group A and the mother has blood group B. Okay, you will see that the children will have all the four different kinds of blood group. Okay, so this we will work out in one of the questions that is coming up. Okay, so if you see, I will just write a rough calculation over here. So if the father is A blood group and the mother is B blood group. So I'm writing the genotype, the allelic frequency, I'm writing the genotype. So here, this one, okay, will be one gamete, this one will be another gamete, one more gamete and one more gamete. Now, when they fuse, okay, so here IA and IB. So what should this be? Okay, if you can answer, you can definitely put in the live chat. I will watch it. Okay, so IA and IB. Therefore, this should be AB blood group. Now, this IA with this I, so father's I and the mother's small I will make sure that this child is A blood group. Now, this again, another structure. So here you see the mother's IB and the father's I will give the child B blood group, and finally, if you see here, I as well as I. So therefore, there are no antigens, and that child will be O positive. O, not positive. Positive, negative is different character. O blood group. So you can see AB, A, B as well as O. All the four different kinds of phenotypes you can see. Now, what you see is actually called as morphological structure. It is called as phenotype. So AB blood group, A blood group, B blood group and O. There are four phenotypes for ABO. Okay, there are four phenotypes for ABO blood group. Let us actually now I'll tell you about the immunity part of it. Okay, the genetics part was crisp and short. I will tell you about the immunity part of it, then we'll go to the MCQs. Now, if you talk about the immunity, uh, blood, your blood is present suspended in the blood plasma, correct? In the blood plasma. Now, generally, whenever blood group A is there, what are the antigen present? The antigen present is A, right? The antigen present here, it is mentioned here, the antigen present is A. Therefore, in the plasma, there will be an antibody for it. Okay, there will be an antibody for it. Now, the antibody is against the B blood group. Okay, it is against the B blood group. Therefore, the antibody is called as anti-B. Okay, similarly, in case of your B blood group, what is the antigen? Antigen is B. Therefore, what should be there in the plasma? Ulta, anti-A. Okay, it is against anti-A. Now, why is this so? Is if by chance a person with blood group B, you end up giving blood group A, what will happen? These anti-A that is there, the antibody will attack it. Okay, it will attack it and coagulate that blood there. Okay, so its function is so that a person who has B blood group should not be given that is A blood group of A blood group blood. Simple as that. Okay, similarly, a person with B blood group, if you give that to a person who is A, their antibodies will attack it. Okay, that is why we can't cross and give two different kinds of blood group. The same blood group has to be given. Similarly, your group AB will have both antigen A and antigen B. Both are there. Therefore, in their serum, there are no antibodies at all. Why so? If there are antibodies, then either one of them will die, right? The cells, the normal RBC cells only will die. So that should not happen. That is why they don't have any antibodies. And finally, if you talk about, sorry, and finally, if you talk about O, in the O there are no antigens. Therefore, it is a clear indication that both antibodies are present there. Okay, both antibodies, that is anti-A as well as anti-B, both antibodies are there. Okay, so you can see that there are no antigens. So make sure this part, this table, okay, is always set in your head. Okay, because once you have this in your mind, you will not have a confusion as to who is the universal donor, who is the universal receiver. Okay, I'll tell you that now. The last part, the last slide I have today is this. Then we'll go to MCQs. Okay, so you can see now the donor and recipient is over here. Now, when a person who is a donor, if his or her blood group is O, okay, he is called as the universal donor. He or she is called as the universal donor. You can see that they can provide blood to all of the blood groups, A, B, AB as well as O. Why? Because they don't have any antigen and they will not, their antibodies will not have an adverse reaction. Okay, the antibodies that are produced by these will not have an adverse reaction to this blood. Okay, so that is one clear thing. Okay, so that is called as universal donor, that is why. Similarly, AB is the universal receiver or recipient. Okay, universal recipient is AB because it can take blood from O, it can take from A, B as well as AB. So it can take blood from anyone. A person who has AB blood group can take blood from any of these. So it is called as the universal recipient. Okay, so therefore A should be able to give blood to obviously A as well as to AB. Similarly, B should be able to give blood to B as well as AB. AB can give blood only to an AB person, cannot give it to any other recipient. Okay, so this is another concept that you should know very well and understand this concept really well. Okay, that is because of the interaction between antigen and antibody that are present. Okay, you can see otherwise if here, if A is given to a person with B, okay, if A is given over here, it will make sure that the anti-A present on this person will attack this blood. Okay, will attack this blood. So on and so forth. That same condition you can see in other cases as well. Okay, so let us go to MCQs. Okay, if you have to answer, it would be great if you would answer actually. You can put it up at the live chat. Obviously, there's a little bit of a time lag. But still, I would be very happy to see you guys answer. Okay. The first question. The difference here between our question and MCQ session here and as well as at our app. At the app, you can see I would give you a poll and you just have to click on the answer like A, B, C, D would be given. You can click on the poll there. But here that option is not there. So you'll have to type it in the live chat. Okay. If one parent belongs to A blood group and the other parent belongs to O blood group, their children possibly represent AB groups only, A and B groups only, AB only, A and O groups only, all the four groups. What would you think would be the answer here? I will wait for a few seconds, probably 30 to 45 seconds, and see if you guys have an answer. Okay, I don't see one. Yes, I will work it out for you instead. Okay, so if you see, now there are two possibilities. Okay, we'll see. If the parent is A blood group, the chances are the genotype will be this or the genotype will be this. So these are the chances for a parent with A blood group. Similarly, a parent with O blood group will have only one kind of genotype. Now, if you calculated two combinations you get, right? So if you calculate two combinations, if a complete dominant parent type is there of A, you will see that all the children will have A blood group. Similarly, if a dominant A and a recessive I is there, and obviously here it's always the same, you will see both A type as well as O type you will see in the progeny, right? So therefore, the blood groups that are possible are either A or O. Okay, no other possibility. You can see B does not come here. So therefore, it is this one, A and O groups only. Okay, all four groups will not be seen. Yes, next one. Okay, in case of a disputed parentage, okay, if there's a disputed parentage, yes, correct, Neha. You'll see that the blood group analysis of the mother and the child and the alleged father can definitely prove a man to be the father, can only prove that he cannot be the father, cannot be of any use, none of the above. Okay, what would be the answer here? Now, if there's a disputed parentage, think about this. Okay, if you take the blood of the mother, the child, as well as the alleged father, who we think is the father, what will it prove? Will it prove that the man is the father? Will it prove that the man is not the father? Or it will be of no use at all? What do you think would be the answer, or none of these statements that I've spoken about? I'm watching the live chat. Okay, so here, when blood groups match, it is an indication that there are chances, okay, there are chances that they can be related, but it is not a sure shot answer. Okay, but if the blood groups don't match, then it is a sure shot answer that that person is not the parent at all. Okay, so it only proves that he cannot be the father. Now, for example, if their blood groups have matched, okay, the question usually arises, why is first one not the answer? Now the question is, if the blood group of the mother, father and the child have matched, okay, alleged father, okay, they have matched. Now we cannot be sure if that is the father unless we do genetic studies, unless we find there is gene similarities. Till then we cannot, we are sure that they have the same blood group, so that much we can do, but further we have to do gene studies. Why do we do blood group tests first is, suppose the blood group only doesn't match, then it's a clear answer. We don't have to spend money on genetic studies, right? Blood group only is not matching, therefore definitely that person is not the father. Okay, so it proves that the person is not the father. Okay, next one. The probability of having a child with blood group O to parents with blood group A and blood group B is 4 out of 4, 3 out of 4, 2 out of 4 and 1 out of 4. Okay, this question has to be worked out. The first few questions are genetic questions, so therefore they need a little bit of working out. Okay. So here you see that if the parent with blood group A can have the possibility of this as well as this, as I told in the previous question. Similarly, for the parent with blood group B, these are the possibilities. Now, if there is I and I, only and only then there will be O chance of O blood group. So this one definitely and this one cannot be utilized. Okay, because there is no I only. Small I is not there only. Therefore, we cannot use it. So you make a cross between these two. So when you make a cross between these two, you will get all the 4 different kinds of blood group. So clearly, one out of the 4 children, one child will definitely show O blood group. So 1 out of 4 is the answer. Okay. Next question. Now, what is the genotype of a mother or a father with blood group A? Okay, you have the 4 options here. 2 dominant 1, 2 dominant B, 2 dominant A and 1 dominant A and small a, and 1 dominant A and small a. So what do you think the answer is here? Okay, so here if you see in this case, it is IA and IO. So it is both this double dominant as well as this one. Either one of these it will be. Okay, not and, sorry, it should be or. Okay, either one of this. Next one. The average lifespan of human RBCs is 100 days, 90 days, 120 days, and none. What do you think is the answer here? Okay, so here it is 120 days. Let us go to the next question. In the ABO system of blood groups, both antigens are present but no antibody. Okay, the blood group of the individual would be B, O, A, B, and A. What would it be? Okay, both antigens are present, so therefore A is also there, B is also there. No antigen, so anti-A is not there as well as anti-B is not there. So clear indication that both antigens are there, that would be an indication that it is AB kind of blood. Antibody dependent cytotoxicity is seen in local anaphylaxis, generalized anaphylaxis, immune complex reaction, non-compatible blood transfusion. What do you think is the answer here? Sri Chakra, Sri Chakra education. Nice to see you here. Okay. So here it is non-compatible blood type. So because antibody and antigen are interacting, there is cytotoxicity. The cell is become toxic. It is killed, right? So cytotoxicity you see there. So that is called as non-compatible blood transfusion is the answer for this one. Okay. In humans, the dominance relationship between A and B alleles of ABO blood group is an example of complete dominance, incomplete dominance, codominance, no dominance. What would be the answer here? When A and B, otherwise they are dominant over I. But in this case, you will see that they are dominant over, when two of them are together, they are dominating equally. So that is a clear indication that they are codominant. Okay, so codominance is the answer. The number of phenotypes in ABO blood group. What are the phenotypes? What you get to see. So you can answer this if you are aware. The number of phenotypes. Okay, so here you have the phenotypes in ABO blood group. You have A, you have B, you have AB as well as O. So there are 4 of them. Therefore, 4 phenotypes you see. Okay, and the last question. 3 children in a family have blood groups O, AB, and A respectively. What are the genotypes of their parents? Okay, so combinations are provided here. Now, if there are almost all of them, right, if only B and O is there, clear indication that the parents are either O should be there or B should be there. Similarly, if A and O is there, clear indication that the parent will have that is A as well as O. But now here you see O is there, B is also there, AB is also there. That means A blood group is also definitely there. So the parent should be AB as well as O type. Okay. So either the parent should be this combination, or if the parent is A and B, also possibility is there. Okay. If the parent is A and B, possibility is there, provided they are of this allele frequency. Okay, this is their genetic frequency, then this is also possible. Okay, now see which are the options that are given here. This is both A and B, so this is definitely not an answer. Okay, here there is no I on one of them, so definitely not the answer. Here, this one as well as this one, we can consider them to be the answer. Okay, so here you can take this up as well as this up also. Okay. So such cases, both the answers would be absolutely right. So let us go finish up this session. This was a crisp, short session on ABO blood groups. Okay, so if you like this session, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That is at the description box near above it. Obviously, there's a like button, so go and smash that button. Okay, so I take up biology for the comprehensive batch at Plus. Do come to my sessions, free sessions, which are special classes today at 4 and at 5:30. Okay, we have an introductory plan for the ones who are interested in taking the paid subscribed version, that is plus classes also, that is 2250. My code is NIVEDITALIVE. You can put up my code and avail all the discounts. Okay, so batches I've already told you. So you can see once you put the code, all the offers are mentioned. Okay, plus additional 10% discount you do get. So with this, I will wrap my session. Okay, so this is me, your educator Nivedita, signing off. I will see you at my next session. Okay, till then, happy learning, stay safe, stay focused. Bye bye.